This is SC2's first race. I mean, we just started the tournament, so they do be like that at the beginning of a tournament. You know that people have their first races because that's just how it works. I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain why. Let the race is readied up here. Good luck, have fun. Because it just do be like that, Dragon Sage. How come it's not Parker's first race then? Because sometimes it don't be like that. Oh, yeah. Pretty underwhelming 1-1 finding that closet. And a base broadsword. Parker accidentally picks up the whip and gets snagged, trying to switch back to the dagger. Boss Shrine here is... I'm pretty sure you just tap that, see what you get. Taking a glass longsword, taking a long way around for some reason. I think you take the fireball. Although glass longsword is a perfectly fine choice as well. Yeah, SC2 taking the fireball. Problem is, you're probably gonna switch off the glass longsword at this level of racing, and the fireball will stay with you pretty much for the entire run unless you find 2 replacement cells. But that's kind of unlikely. The long way around. Plus, you get the damage up anyways, so you won't be on 1 damage dagger, so it's not all horrible. You're very likely going to switch off weapons if you have Strength Charm. And SC2 streams lagging a bit. That's not good. It wasn't lagging during testing. Yeah. But even if you don't break it, you're with Strength Charm, you're probably gonna switch off it anyways, and Fireball is something that you'll be able to keep for the entire run. Speaking of switching off, Parker switching off to an Obsidian Broadsword. Yeah, SC2 is lagging a bit. I think that's what that pause was. Fireballs do not do enough damage to break up open urns. Unless it's a greater fireball. But yeah, crates and barrels. Again, we have Pink Shovel. We're 3 for 4. In first transmog being Pink Shovel. How? What is this? Five damage isn't all too important of a threshold to be at. But yeah, what I say mostly is that it's okay if you don't make the best choices, as long as it's the best choice for you or whatever. And if you do make a choice, make it confidently, quickly, and make it right. Big shovel. Or SC2 as well. I don't think SC2 dropped the flawless. In the black chest was a Obsidian Broadsword. I didn't see what SC2 did though. But yeah, like you get Fireball's such a good spell to have, especially if you know that you're gonna switch off it anyways, like Parker did for the longsword. I mean, Because if Parker's gonna switch off for an Obsidian Broadsword, that's a pretty low standard for swap off, so Parker doesn't value the last longsword all too highly. Went purple for luck, I see. Yes, I'm not saying, I'm just saying in this situation, this is what I would do. It's fine if you disagree. If you see a cat and you don't take it, even though it's like faster than the weapon you currently have, that's fine. If you're not comfortable with it or something, it's fine. I'm not saying you shouldn't take it, GP. I'm just saying it should be taken in this scenario. Knowing what I know about these racers and trying to extrapolate from there. Yeah, SC2 picking up the miner's cap to not get its cat snagged with the curd shovel. I think even in Crystal tier, you have a really good argument for taking Fireball over Glass Longsword. Like, even more so in Crystal tier. Crystal tiers know how to use their spells and get so much value out of it. Meanwhile, you're probably gonna swap off a Glass Longsword. It's a longsword. And you have 1 damage up. So glass isn't all too important. There's so many other weapons you could probably switch off to coming in the run. Yeah, a longsword can be fast. I'm not saying that it isn't. But comparing to the alternative options and what value you get out of Fireball. Yeah, SC2 just cruising along with the 2 damage gold cat. Miner's cap as well. Oh, that's a nice Goblin Bomber. Or Parker there. Parker in the lead now. Just having a more efficient zone 4. And just doing more damage actually is helping a bit as well. It's approaching this blue dragon horizontally, which isn't the best. Has shield spell up though. Nice pulse of the sarcophagus there for Parker for a quicker exit. SC2 having a more direct line for Ford 3. Taking quite a bit of damage. Has the Ring of Regen though. So should be pretty good. Shouldn't have this conversation because boss shrine is bad. I would 100% disagree if you skipped on boss shrine there, given what we knew at the time. But that doesn't mean you'd need to disagree. Solid pulse there for Parker, but cornering themselves with some double decks around. This is a very close race. SC2 is pushing pretty hard. Parker is like, well, because he took the longsword. Ah, yes, of course. Kappa. Quick shop check. This is a shop. A bit late though. Ooh, Parker's on half a heart. Parker's pushing hard as well. Making it to Dead Ringer with just half a heart. SC2 has no bombs though. So Parker needs to survive is the biggest thing here. Doesn't need to worry too much about going quick. And SC2 messes up the Earth Dead Rigger. Miner's Cap probably threw SC2 off a bit there, is what I would guess. It's not over. You definitely need to keep going. Parker's just on half a heart. Without the extended shield either. I would probably farm up the shield. But that's if you know that your opponent died. Go, SC2. Reset. Your opponent's on half a heart. Late beat thing? I don't know. Just don't get hit. Yeah. You know. Excellent job for Parker there for being able to finish off this set there on optimal health going into Dead Ringer. Hey, Raiders from Telethia's channel, and thanks for the raid. But yeah, excellent job there for Parker for finishing that off. GG's. Sub beats for Dead Ringer apparently. How's this? Just in general, I feel like that was just caused by Miner's Cap while trying to Earth Dead Ringer. Which, I mean, it's not really that natural because, like, okay, you dig the walls and stuff. Don't know. Yeah, both races have readied up for the next race. Good luck, have fun. Dealing with a health issue today. Hope you feel better, Kylaria. Rest up. Blood Shop to kick things off. Parker will just buy ballet shoes and a blood cat. Definitely not that good right now, but those are items that can definitely appreciate in value with other items. Meanwhile, SC2 finding the food shop. We'll just throw immediately. And gluttony off the cheese. Pretty solid food shop there. I would probably agree with the throw. It's that early on, so you aren't losing out much if your throws fail. Meanwhile, Parker, with no way to get into this pretty valuable food shop, having this much health early on will definitely help. Actually, the Minotaur's coming. It has bombs as well. Yeah, Parker's just gonna bomb. Then 2 bombs. It's all good for Parker. And not gluttoning off the cheese. We'll just move on. Which is understandable. Parker has the Blood Cat, which means Parker can take advantage of heals. And then, after that, find some better food to gluttony off of. Yeah, SC2 in the lead, base axe. Checking purple for Ring of Frost. That's not the worst thing to find. Tomes or a scroll or something, obviously, are much worse than that. But with axe, that's not horrible at all. It's kind of hard to double dip enemies with axe compared to other weapons, but still, it's a 1 damage axe, and without Frost Charm, this would be so much worse. Meanwhile, Parker seems to be having a pretty fun time in Coral Rift. No flawless for Parker, so we'll miss out on the chest. Frost Charm wouldn't be all too bad for Parker either. I mean, not Frost Charm, Ring of Frost. OSC2 breaks their glass shovel. Parker resetting? What happened there? Let me check. Oh. Just... yeah, lack of damage. That Ring of Frost. Probably would have saved Parker there, so... either finding a weapon that does more damage or a Ring of Frost. Both of those would help. Yeah. Pretty big hit. Meanwhile, an Urn for SC2. Pausing a bit. Everything seems to be fine. Just making sure everything's okay. All of those shop items are, like, good, but not great. And they'll all just be transmuted away. SC2 switching to a... Rapier, is that? I can't tell. I think that's titanium. I'm pretty sure that's titanium. So yeah. Dishing out more damage now. Yep. Probably don't want to take base rapier over base axe, because axes are really good. SC2 choosing to activate the boss shrine here to go up to 3 damage, which I probably wouldn't do. You have the Ring of Frost. You already have a titanium rapier. Yeah. Guess that is an option, is to go back for the base axe after activating the boss shrine. Or pick up the gold axe right now. No, seems to be sticking with the titanium 3 damage titanium rapier though. Still, not the worst choice. You'll be at 3 damage, so you can break open crates and such. Which isn't the worst thing. Definitely get some benefit out of that from statues in Zone 4. And it's probably just a bit more comfortable to be on 3 damage from a mental perspective. It's gonna be easier to process that, but axes are really good, you know? Oh, Ring of Pain. That's very nice. Yeah, Ring of Pain just solve all the problems. Parker seems to be acting the boss right as well. He's going to ignore all the items inside. Let's blow them up. A little bit of a surround for Parker, it's fine. But yeah, SC2's in. Takes the Telemonkey. Will land in a pretty safe spot, and has Ring of Pain anyways. So a lot of situations that might be dangerous without it, or it's more likely to have to land in a safer situation with that. And doing this much damage as well. And other than that, has a pretty significant amount of protection. The helmet and the obsidian armor. So, not all bad at all. Parker's taking a few hits. Trying to catch up, but SC2 putting it up a very solid pace. SC2 is being extremely careful not to activate Ring of Pain on the Pixie. And I believe that was a heal. The stream lagged a bit. Oh, that's a solid fireball. Not getting backpack there, too, is just a skill in of itself. So yeah, using the backpack item correctly. Transmuting into a shield spell as well. This is just really good for SC2 then. So yeah, SC2 is just playing really well, actually. Parker's trying pretty hard to catch up, but doesn't really have the resources to do so, and will just run into the Minotaur there. So yeah, SC2 finding a pretty good build, being pretty efficient at building up, not spending too much time for a build like this. A lot of the items did just come, but still, SC2's doing a good job at utilizing the items and the build and everything. Even the backpack is seeing some use, being used well and not using the wrong item. It's like right side dead ring is spawn for easy left side scoots. Backpack is good, yes, if you can use it. It's only as good as the person that's using it. Kappa. But from an objective perspective, it's like carrying more items pretty much has no downsides. Just play perfectly, Cap. But yeah, just 2 hits on the Necrodancer. Last hit for SC2. Just playing this really well, decently paced, and staying pretty far away from death. You can't have a holster, so you can't have two guns. That's kind of like saying Uprat is bad because you can't put Snowbro there. You probably won't get Snowbro. Or something, I don't... But yeah. Very well played for SC2 there. Parker tried catching up, but couldn't quite do it with the build that they were given. GG's. Yeah, overall, yeah, that's pretty much what you want to do when your opponent dies that early, is still keep up the pace, but still take the opportunity to build when you can. It's fine, like, what can you do about it? Don't apologize for that. So yeah, very good stuff there for SC2. Is building while still keeping a decent pace. Sometimes we see racers that build very slowly or just go fast, one or the other. That was a pretty good mix of both. Immediate holster for both racers. Parker will just reset. I think it's worth just nabbing the holster instead of resetting. Taking a hit from Red Bat, that's kind of unfortunate. Holster can start to be pretty valuable if you find a good weapon to holster, and also lets you take class without worrying all too much. A lot of the times it won't matter whether you have the holster or not, but you take it for when it does matter. Not too much of a time loss there. Definitely will be kind of slow because it is 1-1. And 1-1's kind of just really slow, but holster can easily save way more time than you lose. Bloodshot find for both racers. Parker going the Warhammer route. SC2 leaving the gold Warhammer behind. Warhammer is a very nice weapon if you have stuff like damage up. Okay. Alright, Parker. Yeah, 1 damage Warhammer is... You kind of just hope to find something to go along with it, like a Ring of Might that Parker just stumbles across immediately afterwards. And then after that, it's a very good race weapon to have because of how safe it is. Obviously, not at all levels, but definitely at like CoNDUIT level Warhammer. Having a good Warhammer, a well kitted out Warhammer, is gonna be pretty nice. Because it's probably one of the easiest weapons to use. Because you don't need to weave around enemies or anything, you just mash and things die. But obviously, limitation of that is you can't push if you need to. Overall though, You just keep pushing along. You shouldn't need to all too much. Meanwhile, SC2 picking up an Obsidian Cat, which is a very, very good weapon. Both racers with the spiked ears, SC2 doesn't really need to keep them alive too much. It's probably pretty beneficial to not. And we have gun? Like Warhammer, but worse. There goes the spiked ears for Parker. Not all too important, because has the Ring of Might, but still bit of a shame. Was definitely helping Parker quite a bit. That's a really good shot for SC2. Attrition off headgears for the Crown of Thorns. Parker will as well. So regen for both races is very nice. Bit nicer for Parker, because Parker has a Warhammer, which will be killing a lot of things just by having it. Parker and SC2 are about even now. There might be screen watching for this chest, but doesn't look like to it. Both will check purple for Ring of Gold, and we'll leave that behind. Oh, that's a Blood Axe for SC2. It's a 2 damage Blood Axe. You'll be regenning a lot as well. It's an X. You can't afford it as well. You should take that. X good. Like really, really good. Leaving that behind. Pretty interesting. SC2 finding cheese, won't eat it right away because has a Crown of Thorns. It's not too worried about uncursing the hearts, as that's not too important at all. Ooh, Parker doing a pretty good job here at managing the Warhammer snag. Did you know? Pretty big hit there from Parker. Luckily had chainmail. S2 going for shovel. Conjures for big digs. Yeah, that Blood Axe right now would be so nice. It was nice before. It's super nice now. Oh yeah, I would say like use weapons that you're more comfortable with, but like if you know how to use cat, I'm pretty sure you probably know how to use like axe, unless like you haven't used it in a while because it's been banned or something. Don't know. Oh, Parker is still cruising along. Pretty much even into 4-3. After early resets for Parker. That deficit doesn't really matter because it wasn't big at all. SC2 is having a lot more efficient of a 4-3 than Parker is. We'll be able to take the lead. Another big hit for Parker, but has armor, has health, has regen. It's fine. Oh, Parker is gonna miscount the damage on the sarcophagus there, and it's gonna cost quite a few beats. Beats that will matter quite a bit now. But yeah, this race is going pretty quick. Both races 7 minutes into Zone 5. I think just keeping Crown of Thorns. Which is understandable. But pick up the Blast Helm. Actually, yeah, definitely pick up the Blast Helm. Get the bombs and then switch back. That's true. Even if you aren't gonna take the Blast Helm, you're gonna switch back to Crown of Thorns. That half of hearts is gonna heal back up. Very, very true. Flawless Deadringer for S2. One bomb. It's a big bomb at least. Probably check red for some bomb items. Japanese strats for Parker. Check in. Red for shop, bro. Not bombs. We're doing butt puzzles. Butt puzzles are done for SC2. Has the Necrodancer free. Parker isn't all too far behind, but one hit already for SC2. Struggling to get the second one, actually. There it is. 3 hits on the Necrodancer now for SC2. Last hit for SC2. Parker has quite a few left. And that will be it for the set. SC2 taking this 2-1. It's a race from time of 10 minutes and 0.49. Like Cat more than Axe recently, also Rapier. It's a Blood Axe. Yeah, Parker getting the last Helm bombs could have helped decide this. Yeah. Axe is easier to use and it's also better. I would guess that if you know how to use Cat well, then you probably know how to use Axe well. It was 2 damage Blood Axe at the time. Didn't know about the big dig damage up yet. But even it's a 2 damage Blood Axe. That's still really good. Crown of Thorns as well, so you're just gonna be regenning a ridiculous amount. Haven't done Axe when it's that's fair. Axes have been banned. I was horribly out of practice with axes. It's like pretty much only race in the Condor seasons. So outside of seasons, when I see an axe, I'm like, oh, do I know how to use this? I understand that, but still, I think axe would still be better even if you're out of practice, unless you're that good with Cat. But that's up for you to decide. You make your own judgment on that.